It's an everyday thing. It's an everyday thing. It's an everyday thing when you let your nuts hang.
In the criminal justice system, sexually-based offenses are considered especially heinous. In New York City, the dedicated detectives who investigate these vicious felonies are members of an elite squad known as the Special Victims Unit. These are their stories.
Red-eye flight will be a breeze, right? Wrong answer. The airport don't never let me catch a break. Why is there traffic at 9 o'clock at night? I don't know how the girlies be having time to do get ready with me's and make videos in the airport, stop at the cafes. I'm always having a time check and hope for the best. Thankfully, security was a breeze and there weren't a ton of people in the terminals and I had plenty of time to board and get comfy for a quick nap. But the relaxation was over once I got to Atlanta because it was time to walk a 5K through the airport. The train was operating in a limited capacity, so baby, I had to walk and walk and walk. And when I thought I couldn't walk no more because the moving sidewalk was down, I had to walk some more. By the time I got to the second to the last terminal, it was only a minute for the train, and baby, I couldn't walk no more. As much as I love living in Atlanta for 6 years, I'm happy to just be a visitor now and to get to come back for a YouTube event. Girl, gagging. I cannot believe I just said that. But the event is tomorrow, so I'll update y'all.
I was trying to think on whether I was going to have enough time to get my hair done and your hair done before 5 o'clock. And I'm not going to have time to do both. So is there any way I can either give you a...
I have a YouTube event. That's why I have a YouTube event today.
Is it today?
It's at 5 o'clock today.
Yeah.
Yep.
I can try to see if one of the other hairstylists will serve me today, but
yeah, that'll be good. I'm from out of town. I literally took a Uber here. Yeah, can you see if somebody else can do my hair, please? Shit like this makes me feel completely justified to literally take it back to 19-year-old Joy and whoop somebody ass. Because, bitch, I want to fight. Because you're fucking playing with me. I had a 1 o'clock appointment. You claim you didn't know that you had an appointment. She's at the salon doing her own fucking hair. She tells me, oh, go have a seat in the hallway. Then she comes on and she says, oh, I got a photo shoot. You weren't supposed to be able to book the way to book. I don't give a fuck about your booking site, bitch. That's your shit. You supposed to know how to work it. If you don't know how to work a booking site, should you even be doing hair? Do you even really need a cosmetology license if you can't even figure out the fucking booking link? Okay? Then she's like, oh, well, I got a photo shoot, so I'm not going to be able to do your hair and mine, so I'm not going to be able to do your hair. I'll see if so. Okay, fine. The young man said he'll do my hair, but he has a client. I can't rush him and his client. He did his booking link right. She was able to book and get a fucking appointment. It is 2:25. My appointment was at 1, y'all. At 1. So I'm sitting in his salon suite waiting on him to finish up his client, and he's like, oh, she gonna come wash you. I'm like, okay, not knowing who she is. 30 minutes later, I'm like, well, who did you say was coming to wash me? She was like, oh, Tay, the girl that was gonna do your hair. But she's sitting under the dryer right now. The bitch can't even be so fucking inconvenienced to get her ass from under the dryer and at least come wash me and blow me so that when he's ready for me to sit in his seat, he can get to work. She's sitting under the fucking dryer. Shit like this make me want to go in there and yank your fucking hair from under that dryer and drag you down Peachtree. Because that's how you deserve to be treated at this point. I've already had to take a moment to go outside and just have a moment with myself and wipe the tears from my eyes because getting my hair done wasn't supposed to be all this. It wasn't supposed to be this long, drawn out, tumultuous ordeal. This is what black women in Atlanta have to deal with getting their hair done when you book bitches like this. Stupid shit. Stupid shit. My first time on a red carpet and you think this is what I want to be dealing with. Now I'm going to be late to the red carpet. Not going to have the hair that I wanted, which to me isn't going to execute the look that I'm wearing. If I could fight and drag and mollywop this bitch, I would. But I don't want to go to jail, and I would like to get to the event at some point today.
Oh my God, I hate that you ended up getting your hair done by another stylist. She did, but it looked good. It got a natural look.
Y'all, yesterday was a lot. I ended up just saying I wasn't even going to go to the event because my hair wasn't done and I wasn't going to be able to show up like I had intended on showing up. I ended up not getting my hair done by the guy who said that he would do my hair. I had an attitude. I didn't want the attitude to rub off on him, but I knew that it would because he told me that the girl that I had booked with, that I paid the deposit for, was going to be the one to come to wash my hair. Only after she got done doing her own hair. That pissed me off even more. Knowing that girl was going to wash my hair, if she would have scratched my scalp too hard or too soft, I was going to be ready to put her face in the sink bowl. So it was just best that I did not stay up there, and I was ready to leave. I just wasn't going to go to the event. I asked him, is there anybody else in here that could possibly do my hair now? Because I had to wait for him to finish the client that he had. So he's like, well, you can go downstairs and see if somebody down there could do your hair. So I went downstairs, ran into this girl, super sweet. She agreed to do my hair. By the time I got her shampoo bowl, I was in tears because this completely just upended the good vibes, the good energy, the excitement that I had to even go to this YouTube event. Another stylist that was downstairs came into her salon suite. They were both like really trying to give me good vibes, good energy, encouraged me to go. The other girl ended up selling me some hair so that the girl that did my hair could do the updo that I got done. It came out phenomenal. Like, I really wish I knew about them in the beginning because that's really who I should have been getting my hair done. People who facilitate like the old school black hair culture. Like, it's a whole event and production. It's an extreme sport to even find somebody to do your hair at this point. And they didn't give me any of that. I found out that they're actually going to be leaving that salon suite on June 1st. They're moving to salon suites out in Chamblee. They have a $375 hair special going on that includes the hair. So I'll include their Instagram so you can book with them. Highly encourage anybody that needs their hair done to book with them because they definitely over exceeded not only my expectation of getting my hair done, but they jumped in and kind of like saved the day for some shit that they didn't even have to do, or that wasn't even their fault. I did end up going to the event. It was only an hour left by the time that I got there. And even that really just, I had an idea in my mind about like this red carpet and it really being a big thing that YouTube was putting together for creators because of videos and pictures that I had seen previously of them being in other cities where, I'm seeing people dressed really nice and they're walking around with martini glasses and rocks glasses and, oysters being served, sushi being served, like it really being a thing in these nice swanky spaces, velvet curtains and, nice furniture. And I went to this event here in Atlanta and I don't know if maybe they've started to run out of budget or what's going on, but it very much gave, oh, come on to this cookout we throwing in our backyard. It was gravel. It was rocks. We were served margaritas in like plastic cups. No oysters or sushi or any of that. It was macaroni and cheese, French fries, wingdings. The whole thing just really fell flat and fell short for me. I'm not even really sure why anybody would think that it would be a good idea to have an event in the South, in Atlanta, on a hot day, outside, in the rocks and the gravel. Like, that's what we got. And we got a couple of line dances. Granted, I got there at 7, so I did get there late. But even talking to the people who were behind me in line who were there before I was, they also had an expectation of what it was going to be, and it wasn't that. So again, I don't know why Atlanta seemed to get what I would, just based on other cities, what I would say was the shorter end of the stick. Nice to be invited, nice to have the opportunity to go. It seemed like to me, I had it in my mind as like a milestone. I've been invited to TikTok when I was doing really well and growing on TikTok, and to get invited by YouTube when I've had tremendous growth in the last couple of months on YouTube. I also felt like this was a milestone in what I have, created to be a career, so to speak, in content creation. Mm-hmm. And, I really could have passed on the cookout. I could have made me some wingdings and macaroni and cheese at the crib. I didn't even end up wearing what I was going to wear because I didn't even have time to like get into putting that on and doing my makeup or any of that. I literally put on a set that I was going to wear back to the airport today. Again, the tumultuous nature of Black women having to get their hair done. And like, I even had posted a video at 2:15 in the morning because I was like having these ideas about, oh my gosh, like what if the girl cancel on me? What if I get the hey boo text? What if I can't get my hair done? I already had that in my mind because this is becoming a prevalent thing, and it shouldn't be. It should not be all of this for us to pay somebody. We're literally paying for a service to get our hair done. And I hesitated to say, am I even going to like put her on blast? Am I really going to give her information? Am I going to show her page? Am I going to tell who she is? But she didn't give no fucks about what I had going on. So yeah, I am going to post it, and I am going to tell people don't book with her, because how you treat one client is how you would treat every client if you had the ability to do so. For you to just like, oh well, I got a photo shoot, so here's your deposit back. Giving me my deposit back, like you don't get points for that. That was a given. That was going to happen whether by choice or by force, because the bank would have gave me the money back. But you can't give me back my time. You can't give me back, you know, the bad vibes that I got, the anxiety that I felt of, you know, having to show up somewhere at an event with my hair undone. That shit is not cool. It's not okay. And you don't get cool points or you don't get credit because you gave me my deposit back. No. I don't even want to post her on this video, because this video is for y'all to know the black women who stepped up to the plate, over exceeded what a hairstylist is supposed to be. Because when I sat in her chair, she made me feel so comfortable. She spoke life. She gave me good energy. I've posted them on this video. So the next video, yeah, we're going to get into the fraud. Okay, we're going to get into the girl who thought she was bigger than the program to give me my deposit back and not take the booking that she allowed to be booked through her booking link. This is Tabby, the hairstylist. This is the stylist who played in my face yesterday and told me that she wasn't going to do my hair because she needed to do her own hair because she had a photo shoot.
I was trying to think on whether I was going to have enough time to get my hair done and your hair done before 5 o'clock. And I'm not going to have time to do both. So is there any way I can either give you a
I have a YouTube event. That's why I have a YouTube event today.
Is it today?
It's at 5 o'clock today.
Why do people think they be getting their hair done? I gotta go to court tomorrow.
Yeah, that'll be good. I'm from out of town. I literally took a Uber here. Yeah, can you see if somebody else can do my hair, please? She has a phone number on her page to contact her. After I booked my appointment, I text her not once but twice, because I just needed to confirm, because this happens way too often. But I knew that I had an appointment booked. I showed up for the appointment and she told me she wasn't going to do my hair. I don't understand how you don't know how to work your own booking link. I don't understand what is the purpose of you giving customers rules, regulations. Here's what you need to know. Don't do this, do that. Give me your left kidney, cut off your right arm. Or if I don't show up, you're going to charge me full price for the service. At this point, if you decide that you're not going to honor the booking that you allowed me to book, y'all need to start paying customers for the full service. Because if I have to go pay a squeeze-in fee to somebody else last minute because you wasn't on your shit, you ought to be the one paying for it. This is Tabby, the hairstylist. This is a stylist who...
I just want to go to this part in the video.
I don't understand what is the purpose of you giving customers rules.
So I want to go through her rules and regulations.
Regulations. Here's what you need to know. Don't do this.
All right, so it says, please do not book your appointment on a time-sensitive day for you unless your obligation is 4+ hours past your appointment time. So her appointment was at 1. She had a event at 4. Doesn't matter what time. That's 4 hours. But fact of the matter is, she didn't get service. So she did be like, well, I don't want to get my hair done at 12 or too early. I want to get it done right before I get dressed. So if it takes 3 or 4 hours, I at least have that much time to, get ready and get dressed. For example, a party, work event, like we're closed on Sundays and Mondays. Squeeze-ins are $100. What about squeeze-outs? You get your deposit back, looking ass. We have a strict no refund policy. If you have any concerns, let me know before you leave my chair so we can find a solution. She never found a solution. HD lace only, no Amazon wigs, no wet bundles wigs. Your hair is short or has extensive breakage, please refrain from booking sew-in services. Okay, so, I'm pretty sure that they go through a lot, so they have these rules. Rules are meant to be broken, I guess, looking at.
I really thought that we were done talking about this unprofessional stylist and my hair experience in Atlanta earlier in the week. But see, when you make a third video wanting to make me out to be a liar and telling me that I need to give all of the facts, I thought it was in your best interest that I didn't give all of the facts, but I'm happy to do so. See, the internet is forgiving and forgets fast. They move on to the next thing rather quickly. But instead, you decided to pour gasoline on a fire that was already putting itself out. So let's run it. And after this, I really hope that you let this die out, because it's one thing to be a liar, but it's another thing to wait days to get on the internet and want to make me out to be a liar when I can prove everything that you said in that video is not the truth. Now, not only are you unprofessional, but you a liar on top of that.
You're leaving out a lot of important facts. Please post all the facts. Now that I'm emotionless, let's get into the facts about this hair appointment, especially when you know for a fact how a situation or a story's been portrayed. That's not how shit went down. Let's get into the facts about this hair appointment. So fact number one, her appointment was booked for 1 o'clock, correct? She didn't show up until like 1:23.
1:23? Are you sure about that? I know that you're sure about it. And I also know that you're a liar. Because if I really had gotten there at 1:23, there wouldn't have been no conversation to be had. You just could have canceled the booking and you wouldn't have had to take me at all. In fact, you could have got paid for the whole style and charged me if I got there at 1:23. But you and I know that's not the truth. So here's the ride that I took from where I stayed, and I got to the salon at 1:06. Here's a video from my camera roll that shows me walking into the salon at 1:06. At 1:08, you were so shocked and confused that you had a booking and you asked me to have a seat in the hallway.
It's not the same. Hey, how you doing? It's not the same. So, I mean, there's nothing for me to kind of...
What's that?
No,
Okay. At 1:11 was when you told me that you were not going to do my hair because you needed to do your own hair.
I was trying to think on whether I was gonna have enough time to get my hair done and your hair done before 5 o'clock. And I'm not gonna have time to do both. So,
And
Got
here's a
the
screenshot of when you
timestamps.
sent me my deposit back on Cashapp. 1:26. But I thought I got there at 1:23 though. Now, I also saw you say somewhere in the comments that I only waited 5 or 6 minutes and didn't give you time to get to me and wash my hair. But we also know that that's not true, because over an hour and a half later, you still hadn't washed my hair, and I went downstairs and recorded a second video when I was pissed off. I ended up getting in the stylist bowl who did service me at 3 o'clock. Young or not, when you're running your own operation like this, there's just a certain level of professionalism that you gotta, you know what I mean?
Oh, that's why she
So
deleted
now,
all her
here
videos.
we are, fact number 1, and you're a liar.
for a appointment for a traditional quick weave with leave out, she showed up with braiding hair. She didn't even have no bundles for her service. She didn't have no hair to get her hair done.
I didn't even have hair for my appointment. Well, that's not true either. Now, I did make a stop, as you can see on my ride. I stopped at the hair store and I did buy braiding hair because the style that I really wanted would have meant that braiding hair needed to be stuffed into my hair to make it look more full. I wasn't sure if you would be willing to do that style, but I wanted to try just in case. However, I did have hair. You just didn't know it because you had already told me you weren't going to do my hair. The only reason you think I showed up without hair is because you watched the video that I posted where I said I bought hair from one of the ladies who helped me get my hair done downstairs. Now, I've put the hair back in my purse so you can see that the hair fits in my purse along with all of the other things that I had in it. My wallet, lip gloss, lotion, hand sanitizer, tampons, lipstick. If I really didn't have the hair that I needed, you could have canceled the appointment for that reason, but you didn't know that because you had already said you weren't gonna do my hair. This is why it's taking you all these days to try to make a third response video to make yourself look better and make me out to be a liar. But see, like I said, I thought it in your best interest that I didn't give all of the facts. Now we up to lie number 2 that you done told.
She needed her hair detangled, washed, and blow dried, and she did not add that on to her appointment.
Now, I know that because I have more than a spit's worth of hair, it does look like a lot, but my hair was detangled. I did need it washed, and I did not add that on to my booking because I didn't know that I needed to. And to that I will say, will you give me grace? Do I get the same, we're human, we make mistakes, as you asked for in your first video while you were in tears?
I think everybody is forgetting that we are all human and we make mistakes.
Or does that only apply to the hairstylist when you are in the wrong and not to the client? And what would you have done?
Damn.
Told me you weren't going to do my hair because it wasn't washed, even though you were going to wash it for the stylist who did say that he would take me? See, the math ain't math, and you can't make this make sense. You were wrong. And instead of taking the accountability you claimed you were going to take, now you come on here with all these excuses and these lies. But let's move on to the next lie.
3. This is the screenshot that she posted of her texting me, right? That is my phone number. This is the screenshot that she posted. Look at the screenshot and see how the screenshot is broken up, right? It never says delivered. She sent this message on Monday at 12:54 p.m. saying that I paid the deposit. I just want to be sure that we're all set, right? Let's go to the next screenshot of when she booked her appointment. That is Joy Jordan that booked her appointment at 12:57. Why did you text me at 12:54 saying you already paid your deposit? Y'all see how she never texted me? She never texted me. Let's scroll down to, there's no messages from Monday.
Now, as far as the text message, there's nowhere on your booking that it states after a client books and pays their deposit that they need to send a text to confirm. I only did that because I wanted to dot all of my I's and cross all of my T's, trying to make sure that what happened didn't happen. Now, I don't know why you didn't get the text message, so you claim. You need to reach out to your phone company. Did you pay the bill? And tell the truth. I'm not going to believe you, but just try to tell the truth on this one. I didn't show all of the text message because I didn't think that it was necessary, but I'm happy to do it now. As you can see, I sent a message at 12:54 stating that I booked a 12:50 appointment. I then realized I never got a confirmation email. And so then when I looked back at my phone, I realized my bank had texted me and said, hey, was this transaction you? If so, reply yes. And so I replied yes, and I went back into the booking link, and I had to book a 1 p.m. appointment because the 12:50 was no longer available because the time had passed. As you can see in the second part of the clip text message that I sent, I told you that. My bank asked me to confirm the transaction, and now that I have, it has allowed me to book 1 p.m. And while you're showing screenshots from your phone of text messages, why is it that you have clients all the way back from Tuesday texting you about services and you still haven't responded? In fact, I see the appointment text that you still haven't opened. So this is just something that you do. Let people book and don't bother trying to figure out when they're supposed to be coming in to get their hair done. Now, on Saturday evening, I got a phone call from the original person that I booked with telling me that she had death in the family, apologized that she would not be able to service me on Tuesday. So on Sunday, I was on the hunt for someone else who could service me and do my hair on Tuesday. The person that I reached out to that I text, their books were closed. But I thought, let me just try anyway. They sent me a message back and said that they wouldn't be able to take me. On Monday, I got another text from someone else that I reached out, and I thanked them for responding. Their books were also closed, and they told me they also would not be able to service me. So when I found your page and I see in your bio that you take same day appointments and that you had next day appointments available, I thought I had hit the jackpot. By this time, it was 12:50, which is why initially I booked a 12:50 appointment. And then when I had to rebook after confirming with the bank that it was me, because of course my card is connected to my address in Orlando, I was trying to book a service in Atlanta. So once I confirmed with the bank that it was me, I went back to your booking and I was able to book a 1 p.m. appointment. Like I said, I thought it in your best interest not to give all these facts, but you asked me to do so. So let's keep going.
Stop labeling me as an Atlanta hairstylist because I'm not from Atlanta.
And I realized that you weren't from Atlanta. You from Cleveland. I realized that when I saw Cuyahoga Community College on your t-shirt because I too lived in Cleveland for 3.5 years. Did you do your Cleveland clients like this? Because there's a couple people in my comments saying that you did them the same way.
Ooh. Damn, hold on. We gotta stop. Girl, you doing too much.
Saw Cuyahoga Community College on your t-shirt because I too lived in Cleveland for 3.5 years. Did you do your Cleveland clients like this? Because there's a couple people in my comments saying that you did them the same way.
All right, let's take a look at the first one. Oh my God, I booked her last year. She had me sitting out there for 30 to 45 minutes working on another client. Didn't communicate nothing. I got up and left. Like, what the F? She full of SHIT. I booked her as soon as she moved from Chicago, and I got a spot. Her booking sent me to another location she used to work out of. I called 4 times. She wouldn't answer. Then I text. She canceled my appointment and didn't send the new location. I blocked her. Not my girl. She was working on me and 2 other people because of extreme lateness, but my hair was fired. Oh my God, she's from Clee. I had a bad experience with her as well, SMH. I had an issue with her and her booking site. I booked a week in advance and she didn't show up and said she's off and had a photo shoot and couldn't do my hair. I've been to her too, SMH. I mean, she does nice work, but unprofessional and isn't punctual. On the day, she rescheduled me about 3 times. Then, when I finally get there, it's the wrong address. Talk about pain and suffering. She got more. Hold on. She didn't stop. It will. A year ago from when you got canceled, she still don't know how to work her site. And that one got a picture in it. I should do my story time on her. Y'all wouldn't believe the stuff she did. Let me see. Let me see if Fonda got a story time while we out here playing. Fonda got a motor in the back of her Honda. My anaconda don't want none unless you got buns, hun. Let's see if she got a story time. How to book Nurse Fonda. No, she ain't got one. Cause Fonda, you was about to go viral, girl, if you would have just told that story time. And she do got a motor in the back of that Honda. Okay, shout out to Fonda. Anyway, y'all go find her. Y'all go find Fonda. So it's crazy because I booked with her and it was just so unprofessional. She said, wow, this is my stylist and this is very unprofessional. I was going to her when she first started, never had any issues. But when they started getting clout, they definitely forget who they are and where they started from. Definitely won't be going to her no more. Damn, you just losing clients. She obviously do this frequently because she done this to me. Rushed, had another girl waiting in the suite and forgot about my appointment. She is very nice, just have to work on being more professional. She did my sew-in and it was coming out the next week. She didn't even respond to me until I got hostile, but was quick to respond, being messy during my appointment. And I accommodated her because she was on her cycle and all. She even had me waiting 20 minutes to sit in her chair inside her apartment in Sandy Springs. Damn, just giving all the good to you.
If I didn't already have something planned, your appointment was going to be chalked anyway.
Oh, my appointment was going to be chalked anyway. So this wasn't you taking accountability. This wasn't a mistake. You just don't care.
I've been doing this shit for years. Like, there's no shit happened. Y'all can continue to drive me. Y'all can continue to say whatever the fuck I want to say. And that's cool. I did see the notification, but I'm sorry. I am a high demand hairstylist. I get multiple people that book in one day. I'm not looking at every individual person that books.
You mean to tell me you book a hair appointment, a makeup appointment, a photographer, and a venue, and you didn't care enough about your clients to go in and block off the whole day so nobody could schedule? Oh, that's right, like you said. You've been doing this for 6 years. You're such a high-demand hairstylist.
People book all day. I had no idea she booked.
And you get bookings all day, but you don't check your books all day. You said in the first video where you were crying that you checked on Monday morning, your books on Tuesday. But you just said that people book you all day, so you didn't check on Tuesday for your books on Tuesday? You can't make the shit make sense.
You wanted a story so bad, and you got your story or you wanted to go viral for your lifestyle content, and you knew that tagging ATL hairstylist in the title that you put was gonna give you the exact attention you was looking for.
My content is nothing like this. I don't do this going back and forth with people on the internet. That's not even the type of content that I produce. As far as going viral, that's not new to me. I have over 100,000 followers and subscribers across 3 different social media platforms: TikTok, YouTube, and Instagram. And I did you a favor by only posting it on TikTok. I didn't take it to the ground. I didn't take it to YouTube. That would have done more damage.
But baby, please post all the facts.
I thought that it was in your best interest that I not come with all these facts. But since you insist, you don't get to decide what somebody talks about on their social media page, regardless of the platform. You don't get to decide that people only post positive reviews and sweep the negative ones up under the rug. And it's like my homegirl said, you ought to be doing right all the time, so that when you do get an eye on you, you're doing right. You have nothing to worry about. Nobody was under my post where I highlighted the 2 young women who helped me get my hair done saying, how dare you post them? How dare you post this positive review? Why would you prop their business up? It's only when I post a bad review that people are like, oh, you dragging it. You trying to drag her business. No, she's trying to drag her business. And if you didn't think that she was doing it before, what is she doing now by making this 3rd video and trying to make me out to be a liar? You could have let it die, but you insisted I come with the facts. It makes absolutely no sense to hold these white-facing businesses accountable when they talk to us crazy, when they don't treat us right. Look at Target. They labeled us as DEI, took it out of their business motto, and now their sales have slumped for the 1st quarter. They projected that they are going to be down for the entire 2025. The CEO had to take a 45% annual deduction from his salary. Why is it that you think we would call out those businesses but not our own? How does the community, the black hair community, get better? The problem is there's too many people who have this experience that don't talk about it, because it was quite a few people in my comments talking about how dirty you did them when they had an appointment. You came late, you took them late, you canceled on them. So this isn't a mistake. This isn't a mix-up or a mishap with a booking website. This is just what you do. You're just unprofessional. This is repetitive behavior. This is a choice. This was just you being a poor business owner, not checking your books and not managing your time correctly. And instead of leaving it on the first video as you taking accountability, even though you wanted to say, but, you thought it wise to come with a 3rd video, wanting to make the client out to be a liar. The internet is forever. And so this is going to be out there forever. And not only will people see that you are unprofessional, but you a liar too. I am honestly shocked and surprised that other stylists wanted to side with her. You really thought that it is okay to just give somebody back their deposit, which you have to do because you didn't do a service, and just say, oh, well, I can refuse service to anybody. I don't have to do anything. I would have thought, especially from someone who I have thought to be a GOAT or someone notable in the Black Atlanta hair community, I would have thought, if anyone, you would agree, sir. But instead, you got in my comments wanting to berate and demean me about a contact aesthetic that I choose to wear, instead of reaching out to the young lady and maybe mentoring her, taking her under your wing, helping her grow, letting her get to where you've gotten to. Not only you, but so many stylists have really shown that they don't do good business either. And this is exactly why Atlanta hair has the rep that they do. This is exactly why there are so many videos. These social media platforms are riddled with women talking about their horrible hair experiences because y'all refuse to take a look in the mirror and say, you know what? We can do better. If you expect people to only give reviews when they are good, You expect that from them. But what I'm not going to do, I'm not going to dismiss what I went through and sweep it under the rug and act like it's not a big deal. Because to me, it is a big deal. Somebody who loves that girl, family, friend, client, business etiquette person, please get next to her because she needed it. Again, I hope at this point, now that I've given the facts that I was asked to give, that you let it die. Because there's really nothing else to be said. I do hope that you don't make any more videos because as long as you keep it cute, I'll put it on mute. Best of luck.
He's calling her by her. He's saying her name is. He's calling contacts. You keep calling an Atlanta hairstylist when I built my name and career in Philadelphia. Please answer my question. You didn't book the day before. Didn't you book the day before? You didn't and didn't get a text back. Was that not a red flag for you? That girl gave you your deposit back right away and helped you find a solution. But my question is, what did you get out of bringing this to TikTok then bashing her? I don't think she bashed her. He did call her
GOAT or someone notable in the Black Atlanta hair community, I would have thought, if anyone, you would agree, sir. But instead,
he says, this Atlanta, there's a hairstylist 0.4 miles away. Y'all just want to talk at this point. She says, there was a stylist that was less than that and downstairs that did my hair, but that's far from the point. And coming from ATL, another ATL hairstylist, this is wild, but it tracks. He says, contacts. Didn't you book the day? Oh, you call it contacts. Didn't you book the day before? Girl, that event wasn't that important to you. Why are you booking a new stylist the day before? Like, girl, come, y'all be wanting engagement on this. Well, she told what? Who is this dude? Tokyo Bradshaw. We're gonna look you up, Tokyo, because you won't do. So Tokyo Bradshaw. He ain't that big of an artist. Maybe, I mean, he got less followers than the other girl. What? Let's see. He not on here. I'm not even finna show his page because he disrespectful. It's just too much. Yo, this is crazy. Anyway, yeah. I don't know why he talking about her like this. This is crazy. Like you can't be talking about her like this. She had the reason, and she showed where her other hairstylist canceled, and she's reached out to other hairstylists couldn't do her hair. So it don't matter when she booked. If your booking site allows people to book for that, then really you have no argument. And I think it's really crazy that he got on her trying to clock her tea when he's actually wrong. Like, bro, just shut up and stay out of this. Like, this had nothing to do with you. You arguing for somebody. Do you like her? Do you like the hairstylist? No, but I'm sure if you thought that was your friend, you need to reach out to her and tell her to do better, because actually now both y'all are loud and wrong at this point. But that's neither here nor there.
these floor-to-ceiling curtains have been one of the easiest.
So
I really thought that we were done talking about this unprofessional stylist and my hair experience.
So there you have it. What it do, everyday people, man? It's your boy PJ. Today we back with another lit video, back in the confessional. And yes, we staying lit, big dog. Shout out to my everyday people who rock with me every day. Shout out to my player partner, Lucky Wills and DLC. Keeps it lit. Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe to this video. Let me know what y'all think about this in the comment section. Hit the link down below. We got HiveMindLabs.com where you can unbig that back. Okay? And, use the discount code everydaypj at checkout now. I want to give a special shout out to It's Always Joy. Now, It's Always Joy is a content creator. Alright. And I was trying to fix it to where I could I could put these. I got something new. I got something new when I'm about to be doing my videos. So y'all gonna see some new stuff come up. But anyway,
I was trying to think on whether I was gonna have enough time.
It's Always Joy. She also has a YouTube channel, so I'm gonna put her YouTube over there because she gonna keep fucking. But yeah. I was looking for Tay, Tay B, the hairstylist videos, but she took them down obviously because she caught her lying. And you know, this whole story came out, and it just got bigger, and it just got bigger and bigger day by day, and it's just like out of control now. But you know, honestly, you know, Joy, obviously, right? She obviously booked at the obvious times and had the obvious reasons to book at the obvious times. So the guy coming on here jumping in women's arguments is crazy. Okay, he like, if you can't beat them, join them. Okay, 2 snaps in a circle. Okay, man, if you don't get your goofy ass, listen. I just hate to keep seeing these hairstylists. I don't hate to keep seeing them because they're good content, but it's just like people don't take accountability for their business. Let me tell you, first of all, another creator said I had some dirty turkey legs, and she said, "You be cooking out that little shack." First of all, ma'am, that shack is renovated with good money that you don't have, but we're not gonna go there. Anyway, and I guarantee you that little shack make more money than your little TikTok channel. You got that many followers. You gonna get there though, lady. You keep grinding, you gonna get there. You keep grinding, you gonna get there. Anyway, I'll never say her name because she won't get no airtime for me. See, people don't understand when you put people out like this. When you have a situation where you don't like somebody and you put them on blast, you're actually sending people to their site to engage. Okay, so if this is all about engagement, I've visited Tay B the hairstylist sites along with the other million people that's seen these videos, been to Tay B the hairstylist sites. So even though, I mean, you might don't want to break her channel, but Tay B is actually getting a little bit of clout from this. So it is what it is. But you do that to me, I'm not posting you. I'm not posting you. I'm not posting you at all. I won't give you nothing. I'll let you starve. While all your people, all 9,000 of them, come to my channel and be like, oh. And I know like 2 or 3 in particular who was watching your TikTok, came to my channel, then commented on the video. Stupid ass. Okay, like, man, don't do. That's why you can't be beefing with nobody, because it's not important to be beefing. Beefing don't help nobody. Okay, so I don't beef. Like I ain't arguing with you. Oh, I ain't arguing with no woman online because oh, he sassy. He did. Man, shut up. You masculine with your buff ass. Okay, and becoming listen. And then not only that, when you tell people, hey, I don't do this internet beef, we're not going to get all ghetto on the internet. Oh, I'm ghetto. That's when her bonnet came out and everything else. And everything about being ghetto, I said, I don't get ghetto on the internet. But I guess if you thought I was talking to you being ghetto, you really showed what it is. But hey, you know, it just is what it is. I'm not beefing with nobody. I ain't got no beef with nobody. And I'm definitely not posting you on no damn, on TikTok, on Facebook, on YouTube. We on Twitch. We on all that. Posting on all platforms so y'all could go find us anywhere. But since you want to be spicy, we'll promote somebody who actually cares. And it's always joy. It's someone who cares, someone who's successful, someone who's building a brand, someone who's, you know, aesthetically pleasing, okay, who's presenting black women in a natural light, in a pleasant light. She wears pleasant colors and she has beautiful eyes, whether she wears contacts or not, okay. And that, my friends, is how you present someone, okay. And you be nice to them. And you know what? You know what people say This is funny. Because the same people who would come on here. Now she has all reasons to bash, not bash, but she kind of said I'm kind of frustrated because this person did this to me, and she did what she did. She went to TikTok, YouTube, whatever, to address her frustrations, right? And she has the right to do that, right? And as anybody that feels upset, slighted, but if you don't try to have that conversation, if you don't try to, hey, civilly, let's do this right. Let's not. Okay, we can agree to disagree, and we can figure something out, or we could just dead it all together, right? So when you have an issue with somebody, she tried to figure it out, and the fact that the guy was gonna do her and all that was like a figuring it out moment. It wasn't until she could not get her hair done, and the girl was sitting under the dryer, supposed to be washing her hair, but she's still messing with her hair after she, like, that's when she was like, you know what, this, I just can't take it no more. So then that's when she came with the videos. So what I'm saying is, there was a solution. It wasn't solved. When you beef with somebody, if it's not like beef, resolve your situations. Use words. Negotiate. Figure something out. But going straight to beef is like, oh. See, then I had an aha moment when somebody was beefing with me. I said, this is you. This is how you are. Tay the hairstylist, her doing this stuff to people, this is who she is. It's no in between. The other guy, I forgot his name, but the other guy from Atlanta jumping in women's arguments, that's who he is. I mean, come on, brother, what are we doing? Like, you loud and wrong. See this? Hey, y'all, just stay out of beefs. Beef is not what you want to do. Okay, not online, not, and especially as business owners, you can't be. Oh, what I was saying about my business, because I got a whole turn sideways. Somebody, so I cook my turkey legs long cooked. Sometimes one of them may get hot. So the lady bought up one turkey leg, and it was nice and soft, falling off the bone, but the bottom part was burnt to the thing. So she was like, the rest of it was good. I said, hey, don't worry, I'm gonna replace it, right? She was like, okay. I said, next weekend when I cook, I'm gonna bring you one. Right? So I had to drive all the way from the south side to the north side to her place of business. I didn't bring her just one. I brought her two, hot off the grill, because I inconvenienced you. I got an image to uphold. I'm trying to do better as a business person. I didn't take her as, oh girl, I know my turkey leg was soft, I put it in your bag. I know what I put in her bag. But if she say this happened, and I know it's a possibility, I'm not finna argue with you. Hey, you know what? Let me make it right. And guess what? She said, I loved it. I'm coming back. She was like, she said the first one wasn't bad. The second one was delicious. But she was like, just because how you handled it after the fact, makes me like, I could do this, and it's good. So that's what I'm saying. People are saying, oh man, she do a good job, but I don't know. You losing, okay? Everyday people, let me know what y'all think about this in the comment section. Like, comment, subscribe. I'm gonna holler at you later. Peace.
Day and night. For some women, it can start working in as fast as 1 week.